Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field.
This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals.
McPherson has this one teed up,
and off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run on first down. It's Walters, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now Tua.
That's complete. Okuebuna.
And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. It's a gain of 6, but not enough as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Fielded at about the 28. And shedding through the tackle. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Early down stuff will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Burrow. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the 1st down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 34. Here's a give to Mixon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Running left, it's Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal.
Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Tua going to throw. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. That'll give him 8 that time. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Now here's Michael Dixon, standing just outside his own goal line. $37 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bengals drive about to get going. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. Now it's Mixon running right. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Joe Mixon, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down now, Mixon. He'll be taken down well behind the line, and I think he might have just given those 4 yards right back. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
11. 12. 11.
They'll give it to Mixon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Rolling to his right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Michael Gallup hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to grow their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off of play action, Tagovailoa.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 44. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Boy, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there, but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
77 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Mixon.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Bengals 24, Seahawks nothing.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa.
That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
Now here's a throw that's complete.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off around the 41. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out and start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the route is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
2nd down and 7.
Looking to pass. Tua. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
He'll get that complete to Alberto.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Five yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. From the 44, Tua. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And the catch made by Walters. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground, Mixon again. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
91 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
11.
Now it's Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this one down to the 36. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
12.
Burrow will throw. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Walters. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
On 2nd down, it's Walters. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 22. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
The Seahawks 44-yard line.
Here we go. Back. Ready. Ready, hot. Back.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 112 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Here we go. Ready. 11. Stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
On the Seahawks 31-yard line.
Here we go. Ready. 11, Thomas.
He's checking crab.
Check. Stop.
Now they run with Mixon. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be fourth down. McPherson's kick is good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Let's go.
From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage. Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Here's second and 10. Now Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Extra point attempt here still to come. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number one for what we've seen this season.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard.
Second and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Hey, can. Nice, sweetheart.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. After the penalty, it's Jones. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party.
Back to 60. Go trap. He's coming. We got double up. Go.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. A good productive run there on 1st down. He winds up getting 8.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Check 50. Under 10.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
He was able to pick up 6 yards there, so that leaves him with a 3rd and 13.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
McPherson's kick is good.
But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. The give is to Jones. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Play action. Now it's Tua.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll go again to Jones. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator,
Jones, Shorty.